I can predict your future. Are you ready for this? I don't need to know who you are. I can ask you some questions, and it will absolutely determine your future. Watch this video, and it may astound you. Are you ready for this? I'm going to predict your future. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through the fears and live an amazing life. No, I'm not a channel. No, I'm not a medium. I am what all of us are, totally connected to the collective consciousness, where all answers, the quantum field, all answers lies, and every single person has equal power and access to the quantum field. What's the quantum field? It's what we all are. It's limitless. Are you ready to go there? I'm going to share a few things with you on this video, and I want you to really give this some thought. I am not here to tell you what to think, to believe, to switch your religious beliefs, or anything else. I'm also not here to discuss politics or any other stuff that has to do with the material world that's irrelevant to me, because this whole video is going to hit all of those subjects, and I'm going to tell you what's going on right now. The shift into the new earth is a shift into a higher frequency. The planet itself is an alive, intelligent entity, energy field. It is shifting to a higher frequency. You can participate or not. Her frequency is affecting all of us. It's happening right now, and you have total free will to decide what you do, what happens to you in this body from here on out. What does that mean? That beyond this, there are no limits to you as to what you choose and what form and what expression. But right now you chose to be this person in this body. That means we're going to play out a role in a master classroom. I'm going to predict your future. I'm going to ask you a few questions. I'm going to ask you, the first one is, do you have any specific beliefs that cause you to argue with anybody? Do you find yourself on chat rooms or, boy, I'm dating myself, social platforms and media? We used to have chat rooms back when AOL was the thing. Do you find yourself defending your opinion, opposing governments, opposing religions, opposing anything? Okay, that's the first question. Chances are pretty good there's a yes in there somewhere, all right? Are you watching negative news? Are you believing any of it? Why are you watching it? I want you to really think about these questions I'm asking you. I want to ask you something, and I'm actually teaching this in my upcoming workshop, Conscious Manifesting. I want to ask you if you really think that all of this that you see is real. I want to ask you what you believe in what you see out there. Do you believe that this is real, or do you believe that it is all orchestrated with your participation? Or can you not wrap your head around that and you just say, this is the world, here I am, and like I'm just trying to survive? By the way, that's a huge question I'm posing for you. I can predict your future. If I sat down with you for a couple minutes, I could predict your future based on whether you're limiting yourself or not. Do you see the world as negative and a problem? Do you see everything that's happening right now as the final, going to hell in a handbasket, ending for us? Do you believe that there's something outside of you that's creating this? Do you believe that there's a source, a oneness, a God that is implementing things separate from you? I'm asking you these questions because Your future totally rests on what you believe and what you think. And I know this is going to be tough for most of you. Those of you who are my students, you so get this. And we work on just mastering that. So you can go down and look at my courses, but here's the deal. You don't even have to ever do anything if you get this video. You're manifesting everything. And you can say, well, I'm not manifesting the whole planet. Yes, you are. I'm going to tell you why. Because those of us who are choosing through our thoughts and our beliefs where our focus is, are shifting into the reality where maybe you exist and I exist together and we have a shared reality and that other people don't. And through that one choice, you might have stayed over here in another reality where, you know, things were horrible and the planet blew up and, you know, that's a reality that exists. I'm talking quantum physics right now. How can I predict your future? If you are limiting yourself, if you don't believe you have power, if you don't believe that you are manifesting everything through co-creation. When I say co-creation, it's not really creation. It's co-participation in everything that you chose here. If you don't believe that you have not only ordered these things, but everything that's coming to you is an opportunity for you to learn and evolve, then you will go into a lower frequency and you're going to constantly have issues and struggles. And it doesn't matter what those are, because I don't need to know if it's finances or relationships or the world or, you know, how you think of yourself. They're all lower frequency beliefs. If you are absolutely hanging on to self-loathing, guilt, not forgiving others, pointing fingers, and you are on a platform right now that is blaming other people, going off into the whole egotistical thing, and you may not even recognize that you're doing that, I will predict right now that you will not go into the new earth and that you will constantly struggle and have conflict with others. You will not feel good and peaceful yourself, and whatever you believe right now or whatever you've been experiencing up to this point, whether it's the finance, the relationships, all those other things, will continue. That's quantum physics. My prediction is that if you continue in those thoughts, you must, according to quantum physics, manifest that, because that's what your focus is on. What are your thoughts? I can predict anybody's future by talking to them. If somebody sits there and tells me that they don't think I can do this and you know, well, money, and you've had, you know, and Landria, you've had this, and so and Bill Gates and all this other crap, you know, I can tell them right now that they will continue to struggle with money. If you have rotten relationships and you sit there and tell me that, you know, well, you know, I can't leave this person that abuses me because of, you know, well, they're good to me sometimes. And, well, I can't take care of myself. You will continue to do that. I will sit and predict it every time. Basically, the prediction is whatever you're thinking right now, if it's limiting at all, that which you are experiencing will continue. It has to, because the whole purpose of you coming here is to master that. So you may have chosen forgiveness. You may have chosen to overcome this lack mentality. So if you're sitting there saying, you know, good people shouldn't have money, rich people are evil, there you go. That's going to be your future. You're going to be broke. I'm giving to people, I don't know why I'm struggling, because you think there's lack. And there's no lack. There's no such thing. Not in the true higher frequencies. In the miracle frequency, if you've ever taken that course, that doesn't even exist. Miracles happen to everybody. In fact, we stopped calling them miracles because it's just everyday life. Miracle frequency is not just manifesting. I'll teach you how to manifest. I've got 10 courses that do that. But I have courses that teach you to manifest on a high frequency. What happens? You can heal yourself. You can create all kinds of things that happen around you that are so amazing. You couldn't even possibly imagine, that you didn't even order. Why? Because the universe is now giving you all of these amazing things that you don't expect because you have no limits. So when your barriers go down and you have no limits, the floodgates open and the universe says, oh, he said yes, she said yes. Abundance, gifts, opportunities, flowing, takes away from no one. Takes away from no one. In fact, the more you flourish, the more you can give. Because when you're high frequency, you're giving. Why? Because you just don't need anything to be happy. When you're in a super happy place, everything else is irrelevant. The material world has no real meaning to you other than it's really nice to experience it. I love beautiful things. I love plants. I love decorating. I came down from an 8,200 square foot home. Most of you would think I live in a palace. But I'm going to tell you something. Everything's relative to you. Everything's relative to you. There's no wealth and poverty. It's all in here. I know people that are so broke on the material world that are so amazingly awakened and happy. You get to choose. Do you know what your path is? You get to decide. You're predicting it right now. What do you believe? Write it down. If you are consuming your time and energy on that out there, you're fueling and creating it, because this is making it happen. So when you oppose this and oppose that, and please, politics, it's not my channel. It's not my channel. There are awakened beings in the White House and everywhere. No, I didn't say it was the president. Don't impose your thoughts on somebody else. Don't impose what you think you know about somebody. You know nothing about the other person. You know absolutely nothing. Be humble in that. When you assume things about other people, well, we know what assume means. You make a, sorry, you and me, all right? But the bottom line is, you're just predicting your own future, and that is judgment, is separation. It's the lowest form, lowest frequency. And it's what it manifests, separation and more conflict. If you are in conflict with others, if you're creating separation, that's what you're receiving. There's no delay in that, by the way. It's happening. Now, you may not see it in the material world right away, but it's happening. You're receiving all of it. Judgment. I'm right. I need to argue. I'm arguing about something positive. I need to enlighten them. Well, I don't know about you, but, I didn't die and become God overnight, because we all are. Ye are all gods. Ye are all gods. Ye are all gods. Can I say that one more time? Ye are all gods. These things you shall do and more. You're creating everything. I want you to sit down and pretend I'm sitting across from you. And I'm going to ask you these questions. What do you believe? What do you believe? You can probably have a list a mile long, right? Most people can. I know nothing. I know nothing. I'm everything and I'm nothing. I'm the nothingness that has no words, no form. I'm the everything that experiences the darkness to the light. And so are you. I am. When you let go of what you believe is this material world, the floodgates will open for you. If you're limiting yourself, whatever you're experiencing right now is the same thought pattern, and it will continually show up in different forms. And you'll think you're correcting it, but as long as you're questioning things and you believe that there's some formula or technique, you're not getting that it comes down to your beliefs and your thoughts. And when you let those go and let God, nothing can stop you. And when you do it on a high frequency, you will transform in a way that you never imagined possible. You're going to go into the fifth dimension. What is that? You get to experience the beauty of being a human being without the struggle and suffering that we've been in for centuries. We'll have contrast. It's amazing. Being human's amazing. And some of you are already there. You see how amazing it is out there. You're connecting to nature and the trees and the animals. You're seeing the anger and the hatred out there. And knowing these students, they will too also find their way. But I can help that by being the peace, not the conflict. Not getting sucked into it, not watching it, and giving my attention to it, because that's quantum physics. What you focus on, you create. You shift into. You fuel it. Are you ready to let it go? I think you are. I am so sure that you are, because you're on my channel. You're ready for this. I hope you'll share these videos. I want to spread this word. This is my mission. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I keep thinking about that. How long am I going to be here? I don't know. I'm going to keep seeing what happens out here. It's pretty amazing. I'm really feeling privileged to participate in this mind-blowing shift. I don't think you guys may realize how awesome this is. It's not just about racism in America. It's the awakening. It's about older people and animals. It's about everybody who is not being seen as one amazing, beautiful energy field. And that's all we are. We're concentrations of energy fields. That's it. That's what the planet is. It's a concentration of an energy field. And with that comes all these different energy fields of which we share. You're that important. I'm going to predict your future. Write down your answers. Is there anything that you believe and think that makes all of this have to be a certain way? You are going to create that future. Whatever you're doing right now that isn't working for you will continue until you let it go and you stop limiting yourself. And that is the control each of us have over our realities. So I'm doing workshops now because I realize we need to work on this together. I have this down in the description. I have a workshop. Hopefully you're one of my students. If you've taken any one of my classes, my master classes, 3 hours, that's good enough. You understand how this works. You may want to go take the workshop because we're gonna just spend 3 hours talking about how do I implement it? How do I get out of this? How do I open up the gateways? We're going to work on it together. So I'm going to do a series of workshops to follow up these master classes because I know you want this. And I do have an e-course called Breakthrough Fear. And I give you access for a year, and it's amazing how people have taken that year that was supposed to be 6 weeks, they're taking it over and over and over again. Because this takes time. Be patient with yourself. Not only are you conditioned, but we are sharing a collective consciousness that is really dense. You're going to feel that because we're a human being. This is like amazing. It's an amazing experience. Are you of color? Wow. Thank you. You said, let's go into this experience with a real challenge of separation so that we can be the change. Thank you. Thank you. The elderly, shame on us for not looking after them. Shame on us for not looking after our animals globally. I just saw on the Weather Channel, on my internet, that there's cities in Russia. There's a city in Russia that the skies are black. I'm talking black. It's so polluted. Oh, that's Russia. No, that's our planet. That's us. We're one. When do we become a global, amazing, human energy field that tolerates nothing, that separates us and doesn't respect? Everything's a beautiful, amazing light being. Not with violence, but with peace. Saying this is not okay. How do we correct that? How do we correct it? This is in our face for a reason. It allows us, as light beings, to be the heroes, to be the angels in those situations and pull those people out of darkness if they choose. They're experiencing that, but they are also the test for us. Never forget that. No one's wrong. This is what we came here for. I love you. You're unconditionally loved. You may not feel like it. It doesn't feel like we're really one, does it? You may be sitting at home or not feeling very appreciated or loved. Congratulations, master student. You're never alone. Call on your angels. Ask for a sign. Yesterday I said, come on, could you just give me one sign? And guess what I got? A double rainbow. And my ladybug. One ladybug always shows up when I ask for that. Just one. You can do that. Trust me, even if you don't see your sign, you're not alone. I love you. Thank you for being here. Do your job. Want to predict your future? You can do it right now. You can do it today. Predict it. Believe it. Stick to it, because you're totally in control of that. You're whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Health, wealth, joy, peace, most of all, awakening. Namaste.